what's up, what going on? It's your girl Nika of Traveling with Nika, and I am back on your screen with a new video. Today we are actually going to be doing a step-by-step renewal guide for US passport holders, and this is going to be valid for 2026, the most updated information that you will be able to find online. I was able to go through this process and I wanted to record a full step-by-step video to help you with this. Y'all, it literally took me under 10 minutes to complete this entire process. So let's get right into today's video. First things first is you always want to start with going to an official government website. Do not get scammed. You don't know what type of websites people have out here to get people information. So let's just start with that. So I started by going to the travel.state.gov website. So once you get to that website, you want to click Get a US Passport. Once you select Get a US Passport, you are going to see various information pop up about getting a US passport. If you are not eligible for the online renewal, you will have to go through the old school way of applying for your passport through the mail, for example. I was eligible to apply online, and y'all, I kind of definitely stretched this a little bit because my passport has actually been full with stamps, so I have to renew even before my passport expires. But to be eligible to renew online, it has to be 1 year or less. And y'all, I was really pushing it because I was actually supposed to get my passport renewed a little before then I actually did it, but I was pushing it because I definitely wanted to show you guys the online renewals, and this is something new that the US government rolled out within the last 2 years. I think they did this in 2024. So what you would do is click the icon that says I'm an adult renewing online to actually get your application started. Once you click that, you will see at the top that it says start your application, but I recommend actually scrolling down to ensure that you meet all of the eligible requirements to be able to renew your passport online. All of the information is right there for you. So it tells you how old you need to be, what qualifies for renewal online. It also tells you the cost for the passport renewal. You can also do your passport card as well in this same application online if you're eligible. It gives you information about not renewing if you have travel coming up in under 6 weeks, because the processing time is 4 to 6 weeks. Unfortunately, with the online renewal, you are not able to pay for expedited passport renewal. So if you do need that, you need to go through the regular way of applying for a renewal passport. You will not be able to do your online application. Once you read through everything, you check all the requirements that you would need, like having your passport with you. It can't be lost or stolen. It can't be severely damaged or anything like that. You need to also make sure that you have a valid credit or debit card to be able to pay for the passport, of course. And you want to make sure that you have your personal information, such as your social security number, emergency contact, and information like that. You will need a digital passport photo, which you can actually take at home. I literally took mine on a plain white background, and I use my tripod and my phone to take my picture to be able to meet the online US passport requirements for a passport photo. For those of you who are not DIY girlies or guys and you don't want to take your own passport photo, of course you can go and get your passport photo taken and ask for a digital copy of it, and then use that as your photo that you're going to upload to your online application. It does also ask you about upcoming travel. So if you are traveling, let's say within maybe 6 to 8 weeks, you might want to put that in if you want, but they do ask you for that. If it doesn't apply, obviously just click no and keep going. If you do click yes, they will ask you where you are planning to travel to and the date. So you will have to put in that information if you do click yes. Once you accept the terms and conditions, that is when you would actually start doing the full-on application. So the first part of the application is going to be asking you what you are renewing, like if it's your passport book or your passport card or both. So you would select the one that is applicable for you. For me, it was just the passport book, so that is what I selected. When you click passport book, it will obviously ask you for the passport information, like the passport number and the passport issue date, for you to enter that in. It will also ask you if you are renewing your passport card. If it applies, click yes. If it doesn't apply, click no. And then you will have to enter some of your personal information at the bottom before you can go to the next step. Once you complete that first step, it will actually give you a green check mark on the next screen to say that yes, you are eligible to apply for your passport online. Once you click continue, it will then show a page for the photo requirements. So they go in detail of various examples of what's a good photo, what's a bad photo. And of course, you can't have any shades on, eyeglasses. You have to have, you know, clear photo showing. You don't want to have anything that's like a colored background, like something like this. You can't take your passport picture on a background like this. It has to be like plain, and you of course need to be looking directly like in the camera so they can see your face. You can't be slanting your head. It needs to be straight on, you know. And also just ensure that you are probably wearing something like this that would be able to cover your shoulders for your passport photo. So once you are clear on all of those requirements, you would just go to the next screen and actually upload your passport photo. For me, I made sure that I just airdropped my photo from my phone to my MacBook, and I would be able to easily upload it to the application, and I didn't have to go searching my computer for it. So just have it easily accessible so you can add it to the application. Once you actually add the photo, it will bring up the basically like the sizing, and you're able to kind of like crop the photo if you need to. They will also have like an oval that your face should basically fit in. The requirements would show you directly of how you need to be sizing the photo. You're able to use the edit option directly in the application process to be able to ensure that your photo meets the requirements. One of the things, if you are taking your photo by yourself, you don't want that your photo is too far away, because once you are cropping your photo, obviously your head and your shoulders need to be included. So you can't be taking your photo like too far back. By the time it crops, it's only going to be then showing like your neck area, and that is not acceptable. Once you're good with sizing your photo, you can actually save your progress and then go to the next step. They will have a note at the top that says success. Your passport photo seems like it meets the requirements, and then you can go to the next step. On the next page, this is where you will enter basically all of your personal information. So your given names, any other names or aliases that you were known by. You want to make sure that you put in your address. You also will have to put in your birth information, like where you were born, your eye color, hair color, your height. All of that type of information will be entered on the next screen. You also will have to put in your email address, your phone number, etc. This step is also where you would be entering in your social security information. So honestly, just think all things personal information, you will have to enter it on this screen. The next screen will be your emergency contact information, and you are going to enter their name, you're going to enter their phone number, and also their address as well. If you would like to provide your emergency contact information, I provided mine, so I don't know if you're able to skip that option or not if you don't want to, but I provided mine when I was doing my application. On the next screen, you're going to see your passport option. So for me, I am purchasing my passport book because that is what I was renewing. So it told me I can get a standard passport, or I can choose the large passport book. And that is actually recommended for people who are frequent travelers, because it is basically like double the size of a standard book, and it's for the same price. So that is the option that I chose this time around, because as I said, I'm renewing my passport early because I ran out of space with having too many stamps in my passport. So why not just renew and get the bigger passport book that is literally the same price, which is $130 US. The next page would have the passport delivery option. So you can just have the standard delivery option, which is 3 to 5 days, or you can pay for 1 to 3 days expedited, like express mail, and that is about $22. This is the only way that you can technically expedite. That does not change the 4 to 6 weeks processing time. It just changes the actual delivery of the physical passport book. So just keep that in mind. For the expedited option for delivery, that is $22.05, and you can include that on this page if you want to choose that option. I just did the standard delivery for 3 to 5 days, and that is at no additional cost. They do give you an estimated date if there's basically no issues with your application. They tell you this is generally when you can expect to receive your passport book. I've definitely seen a lot of content recently, people saying that they have gotten their passport back through this online renewal process within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I'm hoping that that's gonna be me, because the sooner I can get my passport back, the better I will be, okay? Once you go through that path, you are then going to go to the payment option, which this is where you're going to be using your debit or your credit card to actually pay for your passport book. Edit anything that you need to edit, and then once you are okay with the information that you inputted, that's when you will go to the next page to actually pay for your renewal. To enter your payment information, you would scroll to the bottom and you would click submit order, and that's it. You literally renewed your US passport online in less than 10 minutes, okay? And by using this guide, you would have all the information that you would need to be able to successfully renew your US passport online with this step-by-step guide that I am providing to you guys today. It will tell you that your payment is successful, and it will also send you an email to tell you that your passport application has been received. You will also get updates via email about your passport application. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on how long it took for me to get my passport renewed. I told y'all I would come back to let y'all know when I actually get my passport, and this is record timing, y'all. I applied on a Saturday. By Wednesday, they literally had already started the tracking for my passport, and it was here by a Friday. That is incredible. Love, love, love it. And don't forget to just verify that all of your information is correct once you do receive your passport, and don't forget to also sign it as well. I already did all of that. Everything is good to go. So that is all I have for you guys today when it comes to applying for your US passport for a renewal online in 2026. Hope this video was super helpful for you if you are going to be doing your online passport renewal. And if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. I'll be answering your questions in the comments. And yeah, good luck. Again, I hope this video was super helpful, and don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe to my channel for more helpful travel information just like this one. Bye guys.